Hello and welcome back to Sports Night Radio. I'm Julie Stewart-Binks. And right here we've got March, the Weasel. Right here we got Aaron and Ashley over here. Now today we're going to take a look at the Toronto Blue Jays. They've had a quick start this season, but can they keep it up? And who's going to challenge them in the East Division this year? So Aaron, why don't you start us off?
Compared to last season, I don't know how the Blue Jays are in the spot that they're in. I guess the fact that they have their new coach, Sheetal Gaston, obviously is more offensive kind of coach and is teaching them to hit the ball a little bit more. And I think that has triggered something within the Blue Jays. Plus, they have no pressure. So they walked out of the gate this season saying, you know what, we have no pressure. Everybody's expecting us to lose and be one of the worst in the league. Let's just have some fun. And I think that's what they've done. My biggest worry is that at some point it's going to fizzle off and just die down. That's my biggest worry about the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
But they've been pretty consistent. Their biggest injury bug right now is definitely, or anything in their roster, has got to be with their pitching.
Yeah.
Which is really surprising that they're
Yeah.
up there with
And
3/5 of their starters.
Yeah.
Out.
And Ramiro,
Ramiro's out.
some of these guys but they're playing really well for rookies and stuff like that. And Aaron, and the big thing is Aaron Hill, once again, he's back and he's showing why they really missed him last year.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think New York is going to challenge for anything in this, the Yankees. I have a feeling it's just going to come down to Toronto and Boston. That's going to be the two
Don't
factors.
count out Tampa Bay, not with that starting staff that they have. And they have the youth with Longoria, Upton, Crawford.
The
a lot of hitting.
The youths?
The youth.
The youths.
The youth down.
The
Yeah.
youths.
Once again, I don't know how the Jays did it. They're the tops in the AL at 25-14, and I believe they're winning today as well. And only second to the Dodgers in overall baseball. And you got Markham, you got McGowan, and Jesse Litch, 3/5 of their starters out. And you have Casey Jansen and B.J. Ryan that weren't even in there in their bullpen. So I have no answers for you. I don't know how they're doing
And look at B.J. Ryan. They're not even using him right now as a closer.
Exactly.
He's a
That's
setup
Scott
guy.
Downs. Scott
Yeah.
Downs is closing for them. So it's quite a mystery that they're doing well. Will they keep it up? I don't think so. You mentioned the Yankees. You know what? They've got Sabathia that's heating up. You got A-Rod just back now. They have Jeter. They have a very good team, and you know them. They've always got money to spend by the All-Star break or whenever they need it. Boston is just too good. They got hitting, they got pitching. They have the experience and all that, and they're only like 3 or 4 games behind them. And like I said, don't count on Tampa Bay. Not with that starting staff.
But
I think they have the best starting staff in the East.
Isn't this like the same comparison last year when everybody said, wow, Tampa Bay is playing, the Rays are playing amazing. Oh, but it's going to fizzle off. It's going to fizzle off. And it didn't fizzle off.
But Tampa Bay's always had those high prospects, and they finally came together last year. Toronto doesn't have that. They have good players, but they don't have the prospects and
They never really had a really great coach.
No, but now with Gaston back, I think he's the one that's making the dominating factor and why the Blue Jays are playing the way they are. And I think they will continue, and I'm really upset that we have a Jays team that's actually winning, and you guys are, no. Where's the hope?
I don't know, there's just not a lot
It's
of
not a thing of
confidence
hope, it's just
behind
facts.
Confidence and hope in this team. Like if you,
Hope and facts are two different things, though. That's what I'm trying to tell you, though. It's great. It's, you know what? You got no Leafs anymore, so why not go for the Jays now, which is great.
the facts
you got
though
something
are
going
there.
on in the city.
They're winning. They're the first in the
but-
league.
I know, but it's so
No.
easy for them to turn it around. Like, I went to the game on Tuesday. It was crazy with Halliday and Burnett. The crowd was heckling so loud, and it definitely rattled Burnett. But the next night, I mean, the Yankees turned it around, 8-3. It was so easy for them to do it,
And the
too.
next night, half of the people that were there the following day weren't there. It was a really small crowd. So that's one thing that I don't
only like
understand.
20.
People in the city of Toronto really have to go out and start supporting the team, because I think if they do support the team, good things will happen. I would not want to be a Toronto Blue Jay. I would not want to play for the Toronto Blue Jays knowing that I could be there playing a game, and if the pitchers are out there, we'll get 40 to 50,000 people watching a game. But the next game, we'll maybe get 15 to 20,000.
Well,
Why do you get that
they
come
base it
on
on
a
their
dry run
opponents.
too? Like where exactly what you're saying? I think
Yeah,
the
but
Leafs,
we're the number one team in the American League.
But where
right
have
now.
we win for the past 6 years, 7 years, 10 years? Where
Bad
have we been?
management.
Okay, but hold on. Do you want to go watch the
management.
Yankees or Boston, or do you want to see a game against KC or Minnesota or whatever? That's what people base it on. It's not that you're
Yeah.
doing well. It's unfortunate that they want to go see the A-Rods. They want to go see the Becketts. They want to
Yeah,
go see all the
the big
top-notch
guys in the
players, which are on
news, too.
Boston,
Okay,
the
great.
Yankees,
So
the big
we
teams.
can sell out Maple Leaf games when they're playing Atlanta, or we're playing the Thrashers or the Panthers.
But hockey's a different
Yeah.
game.
Hockey's
Hockey's a very
different.
exciting game. Baseball,
Different.
you
You
got to
go-
enjoy the game in itself.
I'm
You can't
from-
just go there
Listen,
and eat popcorn.
I'm from Montreal, where I grew up with the Montreal Expos, and to lose a team and to realize if all we could have done is just support our team a little bit more. And the Toronto Blue Jays, the history for this team, winning the World Series back to back. And you know what? Think of the year that it could have been an all Canadian matchup versus the
Right.
Expos versus the Blue Jays, and that's what a lot of
Right.
people predicted. You know what? This city has really got to support the Blue Jays more because I think that you know what they may
Hope
fizzle out,
so.
they may not fizzle out,
Right.
but no matter what, they're the best team right now
Yeah.
in
They
the
are, and I agree
American
with
League.
that. I
Might
agree
as
with
well
that.
put our support behind them right now. Yeah, 25-14.
You know, you got the Leafs who just lost the season. Who knows if they're going to come back next year? But you have a winning Jays team right now. You're exactly what you're saying. Get out there, support your team, and who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? We could win the World Series this year, and
Yeah, you
everybody
never
then is
know,
going to jump the
right?
bandwagon and be like,
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
a
I'm trying
Jays
to. That's what
fan.
I'm
I'm a
trying to
Jays
say.
fan.
Exactly.
But isn't
No,
this
get out
sort of
there
what
now.
happened with Cito Gaston when he was first brought in? He replaced was it not Bobby Cox? I forget who he first replaced on Toronto. He came in halfway through the season and turned the team around. And the following year, they went into the playoffs. And the following year, I think that was the year
They won.
91 when they won the World Series the following year. So this is kind of the same type of thing.
But he had a lot of good players back then. They don't have those players
Yeah, but
now.
Yeah.
you
No,
can
but
win
he's
with
turned
good
what
players.
he turned this team into a winning team.
Yeah.
He's brought
No,
the
but
bats out. They're
maybe
making
need
the
the
hits.
talent to
Maybe
do
they'll
that
do
now.
it again.
Yes, they're making some defensive
Guys,
errors,
well,
but
yeah-
at the same time,
no.
as long as they're
But
on
what-
the bats and they're hitting those,
But
they're
what you have
hitting
to look
those balls.
at, they have the best record in the AL, but if you guys dissect and see who they've been playing a lot of the weak sisters in the American League.
Yeah.
They haven't played the big teams yet, so let's not forget about that. Now, if they're going to do well the rest of the season, they have to keep beating up the weaker teams, and they have to play almost 500 ball against the Yankees, Tampa Bay, their own division. Will they do that? I'll be honest with you, I don't think so. I'm not saying, you know what, I'm not saying they can't even finish second and maybe a wild card spot. It's possible, but it's like you said, are they going to wait till then, the fans, to start supporting the team? Why not
No, but
start
it's
doing it
sad
from
that
now?
it takes this for us to support them. It's
Yeah.
sad that it takes
I
a winning
agree.
streak for us to support them.
I
But
agree. And the irony
that's
is
what
that they're actually
people
beating
want,
up on the weak
right?
teams. If you want to see the Jays winning, it's actually beating up on the weak teams. And a lot of fans don't support those games. They actually go out for like the Yankees and Boston,
Yeah.
which, no offense, they're probably going to lose to those teams. But
Yeah.
that's all right.
Like
But
they
hey,
lost the series at home. That
so
was
what?
the
You
first
want? Let's give it up for the excitement. It's better than nothing, right?
Yeah.
Better than have a team winning. You
I'll
never
make my
know.
Might as
You
well
never
go
know.
with it
Why
right
not?
now.
I'll make an
Right?
early prediction right now. I'm just going to say the Blue Jays will compete either for a playoff spot or a wild card spot. They will be one of the teams to
oh, I
compete.
think they'll be in the
Yeah.
playoffs. I don't even think they're competing. I think they are in the playoffs. Absolutely. I don't think there's a chance of them not making it.
So you're in the frame that every game that they play right now is pretty much a playoff game to get into the playoffs.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
It is. It is
Yeah.
for now. You're looking at, you got the division winners, and obviously winner of the wild card should come out for the same division. So basically, it's going to be them and whatever they do against the Yankees. I think Boston will take that division eventually, anyways, and it'll be whatever they do against the Yankees and Tampa Bay for that wild card spot. So
Well, it's going to come down to the pitchers and who's going to be healthy, who's, going to be there. And so I think it's pretty up in the air right now. They could, remain the champs in this division, but I mean, we might as well support them, as you're saying, Ash. And there's nothing to lose right now. Might as well go with it.
Go Expos, go! Wait a second. They were the best team. I'm sorry, Montreal Expos.
Yeah, it was-
without a doubt.
too bad they had a strike that season. You never know what could have happened with that team.
I went to the last game that they had, the Expos versus Maple Leafs, the Expos versus the Jays in Toronto. I mean that was great, and I think the one good thing going back again about the Blue Jays, the really great thing about the Blue Jays right now is the fact they're learning how to win with weaker guys,
Yeah.
replacement players, people that are injured. A lot of teams mid-season are going to have those big injuries where they don't.
No,
it's going to
you're
take
right.
them
That's true. That could be another
20 games to figure out how to
equalizing
win with
factor.
those type
Yep.
of players. But Toronto has done it at the beginning, which is
And they're getting
very
their
important.
other players back too.
Exactly,
So that could be a plus.
which
for
is
them,
very
too.
important. And
I
I'm
agree,
telling
but-
you, the addition of Aaron Hill, just phenomenal. So once again, we all concur here that the Blue Jays are going to contend. Could it be for an automatic spot or could it be for a wild card spot? We don't know. We'll see you soon on Sports Night Radio.